beautiful skyline of Denver, Colorado is our backdrop tonight. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Nuggets coach Mike Malone is the son of longtime NBA assistant coach Brendan Malone, who was on the staff with the late Chuck Daly in Detroit when the Pistons won back-to-back NBA titles. Malone's dad told him not to get into coaching with its nomadic lifestyle and volatility. Michael said, "I knew the pitfalls. My father said, all right, if you're going to be a coach, be a great coach. If you have a passion, you've got to follow that passion." Kevin?
That's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, DA. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You take a look at Fox. He's not quite there, but he's very close to a spot in the starting lineup for the West.
And to have the great season he's having and still not crack the top five, that just tells you a lot about how terrific some of the other Western Conference players have been.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase. We'll keep you updated with the results each day during the voting. Now Sacramento's starting five. Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Bagley is out there with Len, and it's Fox in at the point guard. And for the Nuggets, Grant down low with Jokic. Will Barton is out there with Murray, and it's Porter in at the 3. Mark, here we are in mid-season, and some teams have already exceeded early expectations, starting to show that they are the real deal.
Yeah, no fluke, and that's what we call validation. Again, you have such a long season early on. The schedule can work in your favor, but as we get to this point in the season, Kevin, teams are starting to show you who they really are, answering doubters, and it's got to be extremely satisfying when you prove folks wrong.
Absolutely. And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points on the ballgame. Fox passes to Len over Jokic. Great positioning on the putback.
And how about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
Jokic, no good. And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for the Kings. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
Here's Barton. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Len with the block. Hield dishes to Barnes. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Fox against Murray. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
Barnes outside. The pass to Hield. The kick out to Barnes over Porter. That one rolling around and rims out. So for the Kings, their last game a win against the Suns. Rejected by Len. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And he gets it to go.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Murray against Fox. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Barnes kicks to Hield. Shot clock at 6. It's blocked.
can't take the reach and length of Barton lightly, effective at using it to snuff out shots.
Grant, right side. It's tipped. The second effort. Porter, no luck. And it's Barnes with the ball for Sacramento, trailing by 2. Fox, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
It's good.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
You know, you can't help but love the way the Nuggets create on offense. This is a free-flowing, fun team to watch. A lot of movement and an excellent passing team. Second in the league in assists last year. Outstanding for a young basketball team.
And let's go real fast to the rookie leaderboard. These are the rookies shooting the highest percentage from the floor this season. Fifth on the list, Michael Porter.
He's scoring and finishing at a very high level. I mean, playing within himself offensively and being very discerning with his shot selection.
Yeah, you know, it comes down to efficiency for me. I mean, most young guys get excited, want to prove themselves. But he just calmly goes about his business and really does that at a high level. Very impressed by him.
Now, here's Bagley. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Phoenix.
And also 4 blocks. I mean, just an important factor on both ends.
And with the Nuggets, Clark, all those assists, even with a slow pace of play. That was something.
Yeah, you know what? I agree, but they really were their best when they played up-tempo, I thought. It makes use of their home court advantage, gets the crowd involved. But really, guys, it was the passing. They play with such a high IQ and have so many good playmakers. It's beautiful to watch.
Here's Murray following the basket by Buddy Hield. Pass to Grant. Outside, Porter. Over Bagley. Porter, no luck.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Fox goes in. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Murray. Martin with it. Now guarded by Fox. Porter in the corner. The Nuggets with another miss.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Len passes to Hield. And Fox has it in the corner. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Porter can't get that one to fall.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
The kick out to Barnes. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Murray. Back to Porter. Right wing. Grant gets a wide open look. Good on the triple. Grant's got 5 now.
Well, I tell you, I like the fact that Grant is selective in the shots that he takes. He's looking for quality. If he senses the defense is playing off him, as the pass is coming to him, he's prepared. He's getting shot ready as the pass is in the air.
Len, and the dunk by Len.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Denver leading by 3. To the paint. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
When you let Nikola Jokic get comfortable, it's a wrap. It's all over. He's a skilled scorer on the interior.
Now, here's Fox. He had 19 points in the win against Phoenix.
And I felt like his offense fed right into his D. He caused a bunch of turnovers. There was just no let up in him all night.
5 on the clock. Connects from 3-point range.
Man, I tell you what, when Fox is making threes, he's hard to guard. That's a part of his game he's got to continue to work on.
Murray against Fox. Near the 3-point line, it's Porter. Again, the Nuggets score.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Fox against Murray. Fox Fox looking it over to the middle and stolen by Barton. To the right side. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Misses the wing J.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Boy, the speed of Barnes, Kevin, blasts around defenders and gets to the bucket with ease. Nice.
And here is Murray. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Memphis.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Jokic passes to Barton. 6 to shoot. Bobs it up. Got a hand on it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Gary Harris, who's checked in for Denver. And a change for Sacramento. Parker's checked in. Murray against Fox. On the wing, Heel. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Porter against Barnes. Now, here's Jokic. D right on him. Grant. That's good. Now Heel. 11 points for him in that last game against Phoenix. And you see Jeremy Grant on this team. He means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
They get it back. Here's Grant. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws.
2 shots.
That one is on Heel.
And, you know, Grant, a second-round pick, has worked hard for his minutes in the NBA. He's an exceptional athlete who plays with a real edge, a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nuggets.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
The first free throw is good. Take a look at the NBA. Who's the best, you think, Clark, at controlling the defensive glass, getting the missed most shots and getting their offense back in gear?
Yeah, I think even though he's a bit undersized, he does a great job. Draymond Green, not only does he rebound the ball defensively, but he also can ignite the break because of his ball handling and passing ability. Giannis Antetokounmpo does a great job on the defensive backboards, as does Joel Embiid.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Phenomenal court vision by Parker. He really has all the tools to be a great player in this league.
Morris dishes to Plumlee. Throws it up high, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Boy, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
Bogdanovich wide open, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
Morris passes to Plumlee. Grant surveying the D. Shot clock at 5. Denver needs to get off a shot. Morris. Rebound by Parker. The Kings trail by 3. Down low. And the dunk by Parker.
And when and if you allow Parker to get to the basket, I mean, you risk seeing him punch it right in your mug. I mean, his athletic ability is deceptive, but it's real.
Morris against Joseph. Passes to Plumlee. No good that time. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Parker kicks to Bogdanovich. 1:27 left here in the opening quarter. Oh, the lob to Parker. Stolen by Grant. In the corner, it's Harris. There's the triple. Rebound by the Kings. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Now, here is Morris. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. Morris dishes to Harris. A three ball. Rebounded by Holmes. The Kings trailing. Joseph, the pass to Parker, and stolen by Vonleh. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. A nice shot by Harris.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Joseph against Morris. Outside Bogdanovich from downtown. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Grant. Harris outside. From deep three-point range, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And we'll be right back after this. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like that is the thing I play like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old. I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. There's like, I think it's passion. I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Jabari Parker is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Holmes in at the center, locking down the middle.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Denver in the lead. Morris passes to Plumlee. Rebound by Parker. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Kings. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That is his first foul of the game. The Nuggets shooting just 34% from the floor. Morris looking over the floor. The pass to Harris. Inside, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
The Kings trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Joseph, the pass to Bogdanovich, and it goes down 2 points. Bogdanovich has got 4 points in the quarter.
Joseph, extremely unselfish and consistent when it comes to dishing the rock.
Morris kicks to Vonleh. Harris outside. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Gary Harris. His last 10 games, putting up about 10 points a night, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
And it's Belitza with the foul. That's his first foul. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Morris passes to Plumlee. That's tipped. Lays it up off the glass. Plumlee's got 6 points.
Man, what a season it was for the Nuggets and Coach Mike Malone. He helped the Nuggets move into elite status in the West. You know, they went from out of the playoffs in 2018 to second in the West in 2019.
Bogdanovich, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Clark, the media recognizing Malone by naming him a Coach of the Year finalist.
Well, you think about the way the Nuggets defense improved last year. It's testimony to Mike Malone and his attention to detail, particularly at the defensive end. The roster's all in on Malone as their leader, and that means the Nuggets are going to be a force for a while.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Belitza kicks to Bogdanovich. To the inside, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. Number 1, the Kings.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. Jokic, he's checked in for Noah Vonleh. Fox, he's checked in for Sacramento. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here is Morris. Last game he had 10 points. Here's Jokic. Drills it from outside. Jokic has got his second basket of the night.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
Fox goes in, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Denver Nuggets. Perhaps the biggest breakout star last year from the 2017 draft class, De'Aaron Fox. Greg, he was sensational.
Kevin, the difference between a year 1 and a year 2 player was never displayed better than the improvement that Fox showed. His shot, vision, and decision-making all started to catch up to that incredible athleticism.
And the first one at the line is good.
Boy, I like the focus and unselfishness Fox brings to the court. A strong defender with lightning-quick reflexes in every spot.
Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Denver. And then for Sacramento, Marvin Bagley's checked in for Parker. Harrison Barnes comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Buddy Hield in for Corey Joseph. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Here's Craig. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet, and it's good. 2 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here's Fox. 5 points in the game. Heald from outside. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Heald's got 5 points so far.
Really sweet passing from Fox. He's a reliable floor general and has great vision on the court.
Barton finds Jokic. Shoots over Len. Here's Plumlee. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Pass to Bagley. Outside, Fox. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Fox. After the basket by Will Barton. Heald left side. Fires the 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 5 rebounds tonight. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit. Probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Here's Bagley following the basket by Jokic. Bagley kicks to Fox. 6 on the shot clock. No good that time.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Timeout called by the Kings. And one area, Clark, that Mason Plumlee doesn't get enough credit in is his playmaking. He does a great job at that as a center.
I could not agree with you more. He's an outstanding passer, but when you're playing with Jokic, you sometimes get overlooked in terms of how well he passes it. But he does a good job and is really solid off the bench. Plumlee moves well, he's active, and he's a rim protector defensively, too.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. Murray against Fox. Barnes outside. Back to Fox. Looking to end the run. The putback. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Denver leading by 9. Murray outside. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
And he knocks down the first one. And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release, is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
Both free throws good from Hield.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Murray dishes to Grant. He can't get it to go. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Hield against Barton. Outside, Fox. Pass to Len. And Grant sends it back. Stolen by Len. Down low. And finished off by Bagley.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They've led by as many as 11 points. No good on the three.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Passes it to Barnes. Over to the wing. Outside, Bagley. Barnes left side. Jokic with the steal. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That is his first foul of the game. Murray with it. He has 6. Now the pass to Jokic. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Fox, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
Grant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Grant. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin. I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio, when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Denver leading by 6. Murray kicks to Grant. All sorts of time. Denver with a new 14. And the rejection by Holmes. Harris against Hield. Now here's Barnes. 9-point game his last outing. Clock at 6. Up top, Fox. Kept alive.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Got a piece of it. There's 1:40 left to play in the first half. They get the rebound, and Jokic slams it in.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
The Kings trail by 6. Hield outside. Shoots from 12. And it's Bagley. That time on the assist by Hield. 6 points for Marvin Bagley. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Murray. The kick out to Porter. From the arc, it's good from long range.
And shots like this are why people are just so high on Porter. Has such a quick release on that jumper.
Now, here's Fox. 7 points in the game. On the wing, Hield. From deep, buries it from three-point range. Hield's got 8 here in the quarter.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Murray outside. Floats one. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one.
Boy, it's a joy to see Jokic get the hot hand. A very efficient, multi-talented scorer. Knows how to dial it up a notch when he needs to.
Now here's Barnes. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Harris. Good D by Hield. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
How about the vertical from Fox? Throwing it down with authority. Go get it, young fella.
Nikola Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period was 6 points. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you can tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now, that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Kings trailing. Grant down low with Jokic. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. The game now all time. That's now 8 points for Marvin Bagley.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here's Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Barton, wide open, he fires. No good with the triple.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
That gives them the lead. Hield's got the lead up to 2 now for Sacramento.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Barton following the basket by Buddy Hield to the wing on the left. Here's Jokic. It's hauled in by the Kings.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Here's Barton. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
He dishes it to Murray. Shot to stop the run. Count that one, and the Sacramento lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Barton.
A shot Barton can make, that one is. So if you're the defender, you have to at least honor that. You know, you look at Jamal Murray, and this guy just seems to be a natural scorer. Has no problem scoring the basketball from anywhere and all angles. Has tremendous confidence at the offensive end. And guys, I think he's just scratching the surface. At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Nails the wide open jump shot. Murray's got 8 points.
Love how creative Murray is with the ball. Just dribbling through defenders like he's out there by himself.
And with the way Murray scores, Clark, he's a great fit for the Nuggets.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kevin, because the team has plenty of playmakers and guys like Jokic, and that takes some of the playmaking pressure away from Murray. It allows Murray to simply just focus on what he does best, which is put the ball in the basket.
The Nuggets trail by 4. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Second shot opportunity. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nikola Jokic has great size and mobility. He's very good at forcing the defense's hand and drawing the foul.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
He misses the free throw. You know, Greg, Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Lonley's checked in for Jeremy Grant, and Monte Morris subbed in for Murray.
Jokic is one of those new breed of positionless players. On any given night, he could lead the team in points, rebounds, or assists, or maybe all three, triple-double like.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Noah Vonleh. The Kings have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
The exceptional Parker will only continue to get better over time. I mean, he has tremendous drive to be one of the all-time greats.
Corey Joseph's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. And he can't hit the second.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now here's Porter. He has 7. Three-pointer, Barton. The putback.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Bogdanovich, no luck. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Morris. He's looking for Porter and finds him. The Nuggets with another miss.
he has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Ball's knocked loose. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Pulls it up. The Nuggets with another miss.
You know, his scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Joseph, the pass to Parker. Rebound by the Nuggets. Barton's got 4 rebounds in this game. And he uses the glass on the layup. Barton's got 7.
Barton doesn't back up now. He really takes on challenges. Even when you rough up Barton, he's going to fight through contact and make it hard for you.
Now here's Joseph. Pass to Bielitsa. Parker right side. Back to Bielitsa. Just 5 on the clock. The shot comes out. Nice D from Porter. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. Here's Barton. Here's Jokic. And he hits it to tie the game up. 18 points for him.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
Well, he's done it again right there on the offensive glass. I mean, it's a great stretch that he's having here, and boy, I really admire his energy.
Parker. It's hauled in by Jokic. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Denver passing it around. Martin passes to Vonleh for the lead. Here's Jokic. It's Porter outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists in the game. Timeout called by the Kings.
You'd have to go far and wide to find any fan that doesn't enjoy watching Nikola Jokic play. This big fella is so smooth. He's got guard skills in a big man's body, and his game is so efficient. I love watching him work.
A different look for Denver. Plumlee comes in for Vonleh, and it's Torrey Craig in for Porter. Joseph looking around. Pass to Bielitsa. Parker against Plumlee. To halt the run. That one wide left. And with Jokic, passing and playmaking, Clark, are his trademarks.
Well, I tell you what, the Joker is some kind of special as a big guy. His passing and touch and field and shot making, he really impressed me with all of that. He does everything you want from a center on the offensive end of the court and does it in his own unique, special way. He's a delight to watch.
Here's Morris, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Passes it to Jokic. Basket counts. Jokic has got 20 points.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now here's Bogdanovich. 9 points in the game so far. Plumlee against Parker. 4 on the clock. It's Bielitsa. Off target with his 3. The Nuggets leading by 3. Morris left side. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Parker's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Bogdanovich, and it's sent back by Plumlee. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Denver making a switch here. Harris is checked in, and a change for Sacramento. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Alex Len. Denver's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. The pass to Harris. Morris against Joseph. Morris inside to the left wing. Fires from deep. Here's Plumlee and Parker with the block.
Absurd bounce ability displayed by Parker. I mean, he uses it so well on defense. It's not just the leaping ability, but the timing as well.
The Kings trail by 3. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
For the tie. Good on the three-point shot. Parker's got 8.
Man, he's just such a smart shooter as Parker. Noticing the defense was backing off of him just a little too much, he took advantage of it and made them pay dearly.
The Nuggets shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Morris finds Jokic. Back to Morris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Outside, Bagley. Over Jokic. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Bagley's got it all tied up now for Sacramento. The Nuggets shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Here's Plumlee. Excellent D there from Parker. Sacramento's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Bagley, no good. Morris against Joseph. Morris, no good. And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for the Kings. Oh, the lob to Parker. So they take the lead.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
Pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double to the left side wing. The wide open look for Plumlee. Off target from outside. Sacramento's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Barton. He's around 10 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
Free throw good by Parker. A different look for Denver. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Jokic. And it's Jamal Murray in for Barton. And then for Sacramento, Barnes, he's checked in for Bielitsa. Hield comes in for Bogdanovich. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Joseph. And Parker drops them both.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Now, here is Morris. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Murray finds Grant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Grant is just really an aggressive player who welcomes contact on his shots. I mean, the defense has to be careful around him because he's looking to draw fouls.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Sacramento.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
I've been impressed with how well they penetrated tonight, too.
No good on the free throw. And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
Well, some ups and downs for Marvin Bagley in that rookie campaign with the Kings, but you could see the flashes of potential and the tremendous work ethic when he was out on that floor.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And with Bagley, the mobility he showed for his size is really what impresses you.
And that blend of size and speed is why many feel like he could play across the entire front line. Wasn't in the Rookie of the Year race, but in a few years, he could be right there with the best of the best from that 2018 class.
And here are the Nuggets now. 7-point differential. Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Fox. They need this. Grant. That's good. Grant's got 12 in the game.
Man, it's nice to see Grant work his jump shot. I mean, if the defense is going to give it to him, he doesn't have any issue taking it, and he should because he's a reliable shooter.
Now, here's Fox. 12 points for him. Parker kicks to Fox. Shot clock at 6. Pulls it from the elbow. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Murray. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
And the first one drops. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
And so Murray nails both of them.
And Murray has a full package. I mean, he's a deadly shooter and a surprisingly good penetrator, too. A terrific guard.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 12. Barnes outside. Healed against Murray. Healed the pass to Fox. Bangs home the trifecta. 15 points in the game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. Healed against Murray. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
He's super hard to guard is Jamal Murray because he's got all the shots, including recognizing when to use the floater.
Now, here's Fox. 15 points in the game. Lobbed up there for Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
And Barnes is a high flyer, now a huge target to throw to when he's sizing up that alley-oop.
The Nuggets trail by 6. And here is Morris. He kicks it to Murray. Launches it. That one misses. So the Kings will take it the other way. Here's Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
And, you know, whenever Parker charges into the paint, you just probably need to get out of the way. Because when he's got his speed under him, a good head of steam, he can throw it down with the best of them.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. On the wing, Barnes. Inside, Plumlee with the steal. Harris finds Grant. Great D that time from Bagley.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And so it's Sacramento holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. trailing here by 8. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Parker out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Bagley in at center. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
Here's Hield. Denver grabs the miss. Vonleh's got 6 rebounds in the game.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Here's Murray.
When Parker's in the area, I mean, shooters have to be careful. I mean, his athleticism and wingspan really help alter a number of shots.
Fox against Murray. Parker left side. Over Grant. Parker's shot is off.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Here's Murray. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots.
And the quick feet of Murray really doing an extraordinary job getting out in transition.
Fox against Murray. A drive by Barnes. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Porter.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Barnes. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Barnes hits them both.
And, you know, Harrison Barnes is an effective two-way player, becoming better every day on offense and can defend multiple positions as well.
And Buddy Hield is going to pick up a foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. It's deflected. Here's Murray. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
Pass to Hield. And here is Parker, guarded by Harris. Parker kicks to Hield. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists in the game. The Nuggets trail by 4. Harris outside. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. The feed now to Grant. The rebound by Hield. Sacramento leading by 4. The kick out to Barnes. Porter against Parker. Fader on the way. They get it again. Bagley. Another shot. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Gotta push Bagley out of the paint. Once he's close to the rim, he is locked in on scoring.
For Denver, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Porter looking it over. Outside for Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
And I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Harris passes to Murray. To the middle. Here's Vonleh. And the dunk by Vonleh.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Murray. Harris. It's good on the putback.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Here's Parker. He sinks the 11-footer. Parker's got 14 points here in the second half.
And he has starting to turn it on now.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Murray surveying the D. Vonleh with it. Now guarded by Hield. Feeds to Porter. Good. Nice job down low.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Doubled by Murray. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's Sacramento now. Pass to Fox. The dish to Hield. Doubled by Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Fox. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying his skills today.
Well, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment to try and cool him off.
Jokic has checked in for Denver. Martin comes in for Gary Harris. And a change for the Kings. Len's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He said, if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Kevin, back to you.
The Nuggets trail by 6. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And after essentially a redshirt rookie year with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
Could be a huge addition.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Grant kicks to Jokic. Drains the three-pointer. Jokic has got 23 points.
Boy, it is really valuable to have a big guy that can stroke it from deep. Jokic is very good at recognizing when to pull the trigger.
Fox against Murray. And Porter comes to help. To the paint, stolen by Grant. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That's foul number 2 for him. The Nuggets trail by 3. Murray, the pass to Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Man, I like the aggressiveness of Grant, really taking it strong to the cup.
For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. It's Fox with the drive, and Grant sends it back. Here's Barton. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
And Clark, one thing that makes Will Barton so good is that he fits right in among any group of players.
And I like the pace he plays with, guys. He doesn't seem to force the issue. He lets the game come to him, and when he has opportunities to explode, he usually does. He's always moving. He's active at both ends. He's a high-quality performer.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Kicks to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And, you know, this is something Jokic does extremely well. He excels at finding the open man with quality passes.
They kick out to Hield. Bagley against Grant. Shoots from 8, and the Kings check on 2 more. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Murray against Fox. 3-pointer. Barton tries again. And Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Fox dishes to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
And I tell you what, when Bagley plays with energy, it is difficult trying to stop him. Awesome at just staying on the attack.
Murray, the pass to Porter. Back to Murray. And stolen by Barnes. Fast break, here we go. Here's Hield. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Will Barton.
We all know Hield can shoot it, but for him to get better, he's got to keep adding different dimensions to his game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Hield. The Nuggets trail by 3. Now Murray. Porter in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. For Sacramento, they've gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, I like the way Fox uses his wiry frame there. I mean, even when he's getting knocked around and jostled about, he maintains control and still gets the job done.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Denver's gotten some tough luck from 3-point range. In the 4th quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Murray against Fox. Murray outside. 6 to shoot to stop the run. And that one goes long. Kings leading now by 6. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
You can't allow Barnes just to run roughshod over you. I mean, you got to clog up any lane to the rim because he's really good at drawing the call.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Barnes hits them both. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. 8-point game. The kick out to Porter. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the Kings. They double him with Barton. Stolen by Grant. Porter with it. Now guarded by Fox. And it's Murray, that time on the assist by Porter. Porter's got 3 assists in the game. Healed against Barton. There's the pass to Fox. On the wing, Barnes. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, it's quite nice to see Barnes getting physical inside. You know, does a really good job sensing and feeling the contact coming and then going right into it, not shying away from it.
Barnes hits them both. The Nuggets trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Jokic. Hits the jumper. Jokic has got 7 points here in this quarter.
You know, the length of Jokic helps on these contested shots because he knows he can score on just about anybody in the league.
Bagley, no good. Denver shooting about 42% so far. Pass to Porter. Lets it go with a 3. Len grabs the board. Len's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Inside. And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 15 points here in the second half.
Man, he's got it going now. And when he's in this kind of a zone, boy, he's fun to watch.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Rejected by Len, and he recovers it.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. And Jokic drops them both.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Fox with it. Healed outside. To the inside. Len. The shot that time not on target. And it's Denver the other way. Wide open look here for Murray. They get it back. Count that one. The Sacramento lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Jokic.
When it's an important possession, Jokic steps up big.
Here's Hield, poked loose, and stolen by Barton. Here's Murray, gets the bucket, and the foul. It's going to go on to Aaron Fox.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
free throw, good. Murray.
And he doesn't let the pressure get to him. Cool and confident from the line.
Fox passes to Bagley. There's 45 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And that one drops for him.
And just easy to see why people are so high on Bagley. His ability to deliver there in the clutch is impressive.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. 44 seconds left in the fourth. A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Marvin Bagley.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
.44 seconds left to play here in the fourth. It's Barton with the drive. Got it! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
These are the moments we all think about as players. No fear taking these clutch shots because you've got a chance to be a hero when you knock it down.
Len passes to Fox. To take the lead. Offensive rebound. Here's Jokic, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul called on the Sacramento Kings. He sinks the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're down by 1. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's good!
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Now Porter. Down low. Deflects the pass. Barton finds Jokic. Got it!
How about the big-time clutch basket from Jokic? No backup in him, despite the major pressure.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're behind by 1. Just 4 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And this is it, guys. Down 1. They've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Mason Plumlee. A lot of points tonight. What was working so well offensively?
Well, we're sharing the ball so well. It's fun to watch, I'm sure, but we have possessions where every guy might touch the ball almost twice. So when you get movement like that, it's hard to guard, and it's a fun way to play.
You did have the defense on its toes tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.